5 reasons to move to Deerfield Beach, Florida. Let's be real, there's about a million reasons, but today we're talking about the top 5 Deerfield Beach starter kits that you're gonna wanna know about. Let's do it. Hello again, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joseph McFarlane. If you haven't already, please take the opportunity right now to click the subscribe button below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you can be first to be notified whenever I drop brand new content of what it's like to live in sunny South Florida. If you didn't know, I'm the broker owner of Reform Realty, South Florida Homes and Luxury Estates. And as much as I love to make these videos, I would love it even more to be able to help you with any and all of your real estate needs. So the information that you see popping up below is my direct contact information. I'm the actual person who will be answering the calls, responding to your texts and to your emails. Never hesitate to reach out if you have any questions specific to the video content that you see here or anything that's real estate related. I love hearing from you. I'm getting dozens of phone calls on a weekly basis from people just like you all over the country who are interested in moving to South Florida. And so if that's you, don't be shy, give us a call. Again, we love to hear from you. Also, if you find this video to be engaging, entertaining, and educational, share it with a friend or a family member or to your social media. That's the best way that you can say thank you for the awesome content that I'm delivering to you today. Without further ado, we're gonna jump into the 5 most common, most popular, most known reasons for both tourists and locals alike of why you should move to Deerfield Beach, Florida. I wanna quickly specify that the 5 reasons are actually broken up into 3 different categories. I have a tendency to simplify things on this channel because I wanna streamline the information to you as easy and as simplistically as possible. The 3 categories are as follows: proximity, things to do, and housing. Let's start with the proximity. Deerfield Beach is located near everything. And by everything, I'm talking about everything. Let's start from the north and work our way down to the south. About 3 hours north, you have the world famous Disney World. About 3.5 hours northwest, you have the world famous Busch Gardens, located in Tampa Bay. About an hour and a half to the west, straight shot right across Alligator Alley, you have Naples, Florida, and the West Coast cities like Sarasota and Marco Island. Very awesome places to visit if you ever feel like taking a little bit of a stretch. Approximately 3.5 hours south, you have the world famous Key West, as well as the Florida Keys island chain as a whole, approximately an hour to an hour and a half away from Deerfield Beach. A little bit closer to Deerfield Beach, the proximity of other major cities like Jupiter, Florida, 45 minutes, West Palm Beach, Florida, about 35 minutes, Delray Beach, Florida, approximately 20 minutes, Boca Raton, Florida, the neighbor, 5 minutes away, world famous Pompano Beach Pier, approximately 15 minutes south, Fort Lauderdale Beach, approximately 25 minutes south, Miami Beach, approximately 35 minutes south, and if you want to do anything with nature and wildlife, you have the Everglades, 15 minutes west, and of course you can always visit the Bahamas by boarding a plane and traveling about an hour and a half east, right across the pond. There are 3 major international airports located in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami, as well as 2 major cruise lines located in the Port of Miami and the Port of Fort Lauderdale. Oh yeah, we also have a Hard Rock casino. Have you ever seen a picture of the guitar-shaped hotel? That's about 30 minutes away from Deerfield Beach. And so, as it pertains to the state of Florida, you are literally close to everything. And if you want to board a flight or travel from one of those cruise ports, internationally, you're super connected as well. Recently, my wife and I traveled an hour and a half by plane to the Virgin Islands to visit beautiful St. Thomas and St. John's. It's my favorite place, and we're definitely going back. If you have friends and family that live out of state, like New York, like where I'm from, about a 3-hour flight gets you from Fort Lauderdale Airport up to LaGuardia or JFK or Albany, New York. It really is close to everything, all things considered. And so now that we've covered the proximity as it pertains to the state as a whole and internationally, I want to talk just a little bit more about the hyper-local level of Deerfield Beach. Deerfield Beach is a small city sandwiched right between Boca Raton on the north and Pompano Beach on the south, and plenty to do in either of those cities as well. And it should be noted that Deerfield Beach Island, where the beach is located, is a lot different and different looking than the rest of Deerfield Beach, Florida. Those people who visit or live on Deerfield Beach Island reap the many benefits of island life. It's very common while visiting to see people riding their bicycles, golf carts, rollerblades, skateboards around the beach areas because the island itself is extremely walkable, rated very high on the walkability scale. Most people who live on the island in Deerfield Beach never have to leave the island. Unless, of course, they need to come back over the bridge to get to a major highway to go north or south to travel elsewhere. But for the most part, all of your grocery shopping, restaurants, things to do can be done right on the island. And that's a true taste of island life, which now allows me to segue into the second category of things to do. You're never gonna have a shortage of things to do in South Florida, and you're certainly not gonna have a shortage of things to do in Deerfield Beach. Let's just start off with places to go to eat. The most common places that everyone goes to, which I highly recommend, is going to be the world famous Deerfield Beach Pier. Right next to the pier, you have restaurants located on the east side and the west side of A1A. A1A is the street that borders the oceanfront. Deerfield Beach is one of the very few cities in South Florida that actually has oceanfront, beachfront dining. Other cities, usually the restaurants are on the west side of A1A. Not Deerfield Beach though. We have several restaurants located on the east side of A1A with, again, oceanfront, beachfront, right in your face dining. For beachfront dining, I recommend JB's on the Beach, which has live entertainment every single night, Monday through Sunday. Call ahead and ask what type of music they have for that night. Usually during the week, it's an acoustic band or a reggae band or some type of soft, beachy band. Most of the time towards the weekends, they tend to turn it up a couple notches and they get a little bit more festive, which is pretty cool too. If you're looking for a quick bite to eat and some awesome drinks with a beautiful ocean view, also check out the neighboring restaurant, Oceans 234. Both of those restaurants are located right next to each other, facing the ocean, right next to the pier on the north side of the pier. You can't miss them. Every tourist and every local usually hangs out at one of those two places. There are a couple other restaurants south of the pier on the beachfront as well. Usually those places are good to visit for a drink or maybe a quick bite to eat. But on today's video series, I'm gonna put a strong recommendation on JB's on the Beach. And if you're from here, you're probably agreeing with me. And if you're visiting here, you're definitely going to agree with me after you've been there and experienced all that they have to offer. Have you ever been there? I'm curious to know. Leave a comment, tell me about how much fun you had. How about a restaurant with some world-class recognition? Check out the Whale's Rib. You can literally walk across the street from the pier to the Whale's Rib. It's located right next to Flanagan's, which is also a good restaurant that you should visit. The Whale's Rib was actually featured on the Food Network on a very famous show, which I'm pretty sure you've heard of. Definitely check that place out, grab a drink, have some of their dive comfort food so you can tell your friends back home that you actually went to the restaurant that was featured on TV. Make that 2 restaurants that were featured on TV. One on the Food Network and the second one on this channel on YouTube. Do you love Mexican food as much as I do? Then I highly recommend visiting Casa Maya, which is located at the Cove. Now this restaurant is not walking distance from the Deerfield Beach Pier. Mixology is excellent, Mexican food is authentic, it is a fun, vibrant scene, and we highly recommend that restaurant, and that's from a neighboring local, delivered directly to you. Are you in the mood for catching a burger? I'll tell you what, probably one of the best burgers that you're ever gonna eat in your life is located in Deerfield Beach, Charm City Burger. Don't take my word for it, just go ahead and type in Charm City Burger Deerfield Beach in a Google search, and you're gonna find that they consistently win burger championships year after year after year at local cook-off competitions, and all of the Deerfield Beach locals know that that is a solid burger that you're gonna receive when you visit there. All right, so now that I've given away all of the Deerfield Beach dining secrets, let me share with you some of the other recreational secrets that happen and take place at Deerfield Beach. Because we have amazing weather and we're located in this wonderful tropical climate, and of course, right next to the beach, one could conclude that Deerfield Beach has amazing water sports selection. Whether it's fishing, boating, kayaking, jet skiing, kite surfing, the list goes on. So much fun in the sun to be had when visiting Deerfield Beach, Florida. Whether you have a boat or you have a friend with a boat, as long as the weather permits, there's definitely something to do while you're here. Speaking of water sports, and maybe you're not a boat person, I'm not a fishing person, go and check out the world famous Deerfield Beach Pier, where for as little as $2, you can walk all the way out onto the pier, look back at the beach, and take some awesome photography shots. Whether it's landscape or architecture or a beautiful shot of the family, this is totally worth it when you're visiting Deerfield Beach. Also, they have an underwater Deerfield Beach camera. This is a high definition camera that streams live video feed underwater at Deerfield Beach, and you can see fish literally hamming it up for the camera 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Notice how beautiful the water is and how colorful the fish are. Can you see Nemo? Speaking of beautiful water and white sandy shores, Deerfield Beach has been world-renowned and recognized as an award-winning beach known as the Blue Flag Award winner. This prestigious award is given to only beaches around the world that meet a specific standard to be ranked among the most pretty beaches in the world. And that's that's the #1 reason why it's my favorite beach to visit as a local here in South Florida. Deerfield Beach is home to several parks and recreational facilities. Some of the parks are perfect for relaxation and nature walks, whereas other parks are awesome for family fun and adventure. Let's first talk about Quiet Waters Park. Located west of Deerfield Beach Island in the town of Deerfield Beach, Quiet Waters Park is famous for their barbecue pavilions, mountain bike trails, family splash park, Woofing Waters Dog Park, and the world's largest and only ski rixen. Any one of those venues at that park is tons of fun in the sun and totally worth visiting while you're here. I will also add that some of the other fun parks on our list today is Sullivan Park, which is located closer to Deerfield Beach Island. I would recommend that you alternate both those parks on different days just so you can experience them both. If you're looking for some relaxation, then I'm gonna point you into the direction of Deerfield Beach Island Park. You have to take a ferry ride from the mainland over to the island, and it's only a couple of dollars. It's very inexpensive. The ferry runs on the hour, every hour, and then cuts off at the end of the day. But while you're visiting the park, you're gonna walk through the preserve and you're gonna see lots of wonderful wildlife. Be careful, yes, there could be alligators. I mean, it is a preserve. Either way, it's super cool to go and visit. Definitely a great place for some relaxation and something different. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, we're gonna talk about housing, specifically housing expenses. Because the fact is, Deerfield Beach is more affordable than the neighboring cities in the most intense seller's market in the history of South Florida. Before I get into that, if you haven't already, take the opportunity right now to click the subscribe button below. Don't forget to ring the bell right next to it so you can be first to be notified. Whenever I make these videos, you'll be the first to know. Also, are you enjoying this? Please share this video with a friend or a family member, somebody who you think might find it useful. This helps me help you streamline more information so that you stay educated, entertained, and engaged. The average home sale price in Deerfield Beach, Florida is $660,000 for single family residents, which is a tremendous run-up from last year. Because the demand is so high and because the inventory is so low, the laws of economics have basically driven sales prices right through the roof. And that's the reason for the major uptick in pricing on single-family homes in Deerfield Beach, Florida, $660,000. And then you say, I thought you said it was inexpensive to live in Deerfield Beach. 100% true, because if you visit the neighboring town on Boca Raton, literally down the street, $1.2 million for a single-family home. And higher property taxes. And higher overall cost of living, according to the expense index. $660,000 versus $1.2 million is a major pricing gap to live in a beach town that's just across the city limit line into the neighboring town. And so a common question that I get, why would somebody prefer Deerfield Beach over Boca Raton, besides the obvious price differential? Typically the first answer you're gonna get is that Deerfield Beach's public school system is lackluster, which is true. It is not known for its good schools. However, whereas Boca Raton's school system is known for A+ right down the board. But nowadays, most people who are shopping in the $660,000 price range in Deerfield Beach, Florida are actually not sending their kids to public school. They're usually sending their kids to private school or elect to homeschool them, which I highly recommend. And so in many cases, especially with older people who have adult children, the public school system is not a variable for them. And so they opt for living in Deerfield Beach. There are some other reasons why somebody may choose Boca over Deerfield, and you can learn more about those reasons by clicking on some of my other videos, which you're gonna see in the link that pops up at the end of this video. Be sure to check out the titles, pros and cons, as well as top reasons, where I elaborate on some of the differences. Well, all right, there you have it, folks. 3 categories with a total of 5 reasons as to why you should move to Deerfield Beach, Florida. I absolutely love it here, and I think you're gonna love it too. Don't forget to check out the other videos at the end. I look forward to hearing from you very soon. Many blessings.